Hi! Little disclaimer, if you hate the sound of a Dutch person speaking English with a Dutch accent, you should probably stop watching this video. It's been a while since I uploaded something on this channel. I always uploaded vlogs on here, but I haven't really been vlogging that much lately. I don't know how many people will watch this video because I don't have that many subscribers on here, but that doesn't really matter. Anyway, as you could see by the title of this video, I made a few things with my new sewing machine that I got from my graduation because I graduated. And I filmed that because I felt like doing that, so enjoy. Or don't, I don't know. So I went to my grandma with a bag, a recipe she wanted, and a cake. Then we ate that cake during the premiere of our second YouTube video together. Then I returned home with 3 cushions in the bag I took with me, and also a food container because I probably gave her some food. So I went to this store to get the fabric my grandma liked for the cushions and also the fabric for the curtains. But I couldn't find the fabric my grandma liked anymore. Also, this whole shelf was empty, and I think that was where the fabric was. So I decided to go for this fabric, but when I asked if they had the fabric my grandma liked, it turned out they did, so... For some reason, I thought it was okay to record while laying on the ground. Oh la la. I don't know why, just pretend that I'm sitting on a chair or something, I don't know. So these are the cushions, and I'm going to transform them for my grandmother because it's her birthday in a few weeks. But before that, I have to make something else, which are curtains for our caravan, because my parents and my little brother are leaving to France in a few days, well, a week, and I'm also leaving for 4 days before that, so in like 3 days I have to finish it. So I first have to do that, and then I can get to this. This will have to wait. So these are the old curtains. I started by taking off this strip with these hooks from the old curtains. Then I pinned the fabric where I wanted it to fold, and then I sewed that. Then I did that to the 2 sides as well. And then I sewed the back strip on and put all the hooks back on, and there you go. This is the back and this is the front. Okay, so now I've finished my 3rd curtain. I still have to finish a lot of curtains, and tomorrow I'm leaving for 4 days, so there's a bit of pressure. But I hope I can finish this. Okay, so they're meant to be the same size, but they are uneven, so I'm going to have to change that. And it's way too hard to do that. But I'll have to do it because it has to be perfect. But before I did that, I went on a city trip to Rotterdam, Brussels, and Antwerp with my boyfriend. We didn't take this train, we took this one. In this train, we had to stand up for like a full hour. I know it's not that bad, but still. Also, it was really hot, and this was our hotel. It was a really nice hotel. Also, we wanted to go into the Entomium, but it was too hot to actually go in because of the heat wave. So here are a few pictures I took. When I came back from the city trip, I made sure that all of the uneven curtains were even by first spinning them and then sewing them. Okay, so now they are even, which makes me happy. But now I still have to do this one. So, yeah. So it turned out I didn't have enough fabric, so I decided to make the 2 curtains in the back of the caravan out of these 2 strips I had left. So I pinned those strips together and then sewed them together. Then I pinned these strips on there and sewed them on there. And after I did all that, I cut the strip in 2 and folded them where necessary, and here are some pictures of the end result. The curtains are finished, so that means that I can finally start on these for my grandma. So a few weeks ago I made this thing. It's supposed to be a bag. It's not the best thing I made, but I mean, I only had a sewing machine for like a few days. But my grandma saw this and she was like, I really like the fabric. Could you maybe renew my cushions with that fabric? So I was like, of course I can. So I got this, which is the same fabric, but the pattern is slightly smaller. But I mean, it still looks pretty good. So I hope that she'll be happy with that. I think she will be. So these are the cushions that I've already made before, so I kind of know what to do with these ones I got from my grandma. So I think these look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them. So I hope the ones that I'm going to make for my grandma will also look that good. But you know, we'll see. For this cushion, I cut the fabric a few centimeters bigger than the cushion. And then I cut another piece of fabric which was slightly bigger than the other. Then I cut the bigger part in 2 and folded the 2 ends. Then I did a zigzag stitch along the 2 folded sides so the fabric can't unravel. After that, I pinned all of the pieces together and sewed them together. Then I turned it inside out, looked if the cushion could fit. It did. Turned it outside in and cut the sides off and sewed along the sides with the zigzag stitch. But after everything was finished, the fact that it didn't close properly bugged me, so I decided to put a button on it. To do that, you first need a button and put it in the back of this presser foot. Then you snap it on, pull down this lever and start sewing. If you did that correctly, you should have something like this rectangle. Then I took a seam ripper and cut the middle open, so I had a buttonhole. It's not centered, and I hate the fact that it's not, but I'm going to have to deal with that, because if I take this out, it's going to look even uglier, and this is the back side, so it's not that bad. It's just, I'm disappointed in myself. After that little existential crisis, I sewed the button on the other side of the opening, and voila! That was French. For the second cushion, I basically followed the same steps, except I could take out the filling, which I personally preferred. So while I do that, you can enjoy this blooper of my grandma and I during the recording of our second YouTube video together. Dus Arcade staat nu ook in je afspeellijst.
Tuurlijk.
Samen met nog 2 andere liedjes. Welke vond je dan nog mooi?
Ik vond Israël vond ik mooi en Denemarken natuurlijk.
Nee, Zweden.
Oh, sorry.
Doe maar even opnieuw. Dus Arcade staat nu ook in je afspeellijst.
Ja, natuurlijk.
Dat knip ik eruit.
Pas ik had net als gisteren. Oh, ja. Wacht even zo.
Ik wacht.
Daar nog!
Nou, Arcade staat dus ook in je afspeellijst. Samen met nog 2 andere liedjes. Die vond je ook mooi. Welke waren dat?
Dat was Denemarken.
If you haven't seen that full video yet, you should go to my main channel, because I thought that was really fun. And here's the second cushion. I was watching The 100 and I thought that this sound effect with the cushion sliding was pretty funny. So for the third and final cushion, I opened the outer fabric with the seam ripper at the side where it looked different than the other side. Turned out there was a zipper in there. I don't know why they covered that up, probably because the zipper was broken, I don't know. Anyway, I took the filling out and followed the same steps as I did with the other two. Okay, so when I wanted to do a zigzag stitch along the sides, I bent my needle, because I didn't put my machine on the zigzag stitch and started sewing, which made this needle slam on this little bridge, so that's why it was bent. This was also the first time I bent the needle, so this was also the first time that I replaced the needle, which was pretty easy actually. Look, I just snapped it on and screwed it on, then I put the fabric underneath and then bent my needle again. A brand new needle, because I forgot to put it on a zigzag stitch again. Anyway, after replacing that needle, I did successfully do a zigzag stitch, so just saying. And here's me surprising my grandma with the new cushions. I told her to wait in the other room, so I could put them on her couch. Ja hoor, ik ben aan het filmen.
Wauw.
So as you could see, my grandma was pretty happy with the cushions. My parents and little brother were also happy with the curtains, by the way. To be honest, I don't even know if my little brother cared about or even noticed the new curtains, but that doesn't really matter. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I don't know. Also, wish my grandma a happy birthday. It's been a few weeks since her birthday, but better late than never, right?